Shifting focus now, and the Supreme Court has pulled up the state governments of Punjab and Delhi over air pollution problem. The court on Tuesday offered a measure of support to Punjab farmers under severe scrutiny, who are in fact under severe scrutiny once again for burning stubble, which adds to the toxic air pollution that chokes Delhi and other parts of northern India. The court wondered why the farmers are always being made a villain. The top court was hearing a clutch of petitions in the annual air quality crisis in the national capital and suggested that the Punjab government should offer some incentives to farmers to not burn stubble. The court observed that they should learn from Haryana regarding such incentives.
मुंबई को सर्दियों का इंतजार है, लेकिन सर्दियों ने अभी तक दस्तक नहीं दी है और तापमान सामान्य से ऊपर बने हुए हैं। तो उसका कारण है कि जो वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंस यूजुअली अक्टूबर और नवंबर में पहाड़ों पर आते थे और अच्छा स्नोफॉल देते थे, खास करके नवंबर में काफी अच्छा स्नोफॉल देते थे, तो अभी तक नवंबर में एक भी अच्छा वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं आया है और पहाड़ों का मौसम शुष्क बना हुआ है और उत्तर भारत और मध्य भारत में भी कभी कभी वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंस के प्रभाव से बारिश हो जाती थी, जिससे कि तापमान गिरते थे। तो इस तरह का कोई भी एपिसोड अभी तक दिखाई नहीं दिया है। तो इसको हम क्लाइमेट चेंज से जोड़ करके भी देख सकते हैं कि पिछले साल भी हमने देखा था कि दिसंबर तक बड़े वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं आए थे, पहाड़ों पर हैवी स्नोफॉल नहीं हुआ था और जो सर्दियां थी वो डिले हुई थी और जो दिसंबर का महीना था, नवंबर का महीना था, वो काफी ज्यादा गर्म निकला था। तो इस बार भी ऐसा ही प्रतीत हो रहा है कि जो सर्दी है वो डिले हो जाएगी और ये अभी जो वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंस है वो मंथ के एंड में आने की संभावना है। उस समय स्नोफॉल वगैरह होगा और वहां से फिर जब सर्द हवाएं आती हैं तो पंजाब, हरियाणा, दिल्ली, राजस्थान, गुजरात, मध्य प्रदेश होती हुई ये महाराष्ट्र और मुंबई तक तापमान को गिरा देती है। तो उसका इंतजार अभी करना पड़ेगा, तो डिले दिखाई दे रहा है। लेकिन एक अच्छी बात यह है कि 25 और 26 तारीख को महाराष्ट्र के कई जिलों में मुंबई सहित बारिश होने की संभावना दिखाई दे रही है। उस समय गर्मी से राहत मिल जाएगी और उसके बाद हो सकता है कि तापमान में कुछ गिरावट देखने को मिले, लेकिन जो टिपिकल सर्दी होती है वो अभी फिलहाल दिसंबर के फर्स्ट वीक के बाद ही दिखाई देने वाली।
Arvind, who's been tracking the updates from Supreme Court on this. Arvind, we see that the Supreme Court, of course, has in fact asked the Punjab government to come up with an actual plan as to what is being done in order to curb stubble fire. Because despite repeated warnings, despite repeated comments made by the top court, the number of stubble fire incidents have not really come down in Punjab, though comparatively it may be better than last year so far.
Yeah, Tanima, in fact, Punjab government also filed a status report in the Supreme Court today, wherein they told the Supreme Court that almost 984 FIRs have been registered across the state over the issue of stubble burning, and that's where Supreme Court asked whether these FIRs have been registered against particular farmers or against unknown persons, for which the state of Punjab told the Supreme Court that landlords of that particular land where stubble burning was happening, they have been named in the FIR. Can the feedback be fixed, please? Apart from that, state of Punjab also told Supreme Court that they have also imposed fine to the tune of almost 2 crore across the state wherever they saw farmers indulging in stubble burning. So that's the status report that state of Punjab told Supreme Court, saying that they are taking every effort, every step to ensure that there is no stubble burning happening. And they also told the Supreme Court that the stubble burning has been reduced considerably compared to previous year. So that's up to Punjab, and that's what Supreme Court said, that the farmers cannot be made a villain here, because even for the farmers to equip himself or herself with the kind of equipment to dispose of the stubble, they need to be incentivized, and that's why they said that the farmers merely cannot be asked to take care of disposal of the stubble, and that's where the state also needs to do it a job, and that's where Supreme Court also compared the state of Haryana. That's where Supreme Court told state of Punjab that state of Punjab also need to learn from state of Haryana how they incentivize the farmers when it comes to disposal of stubble. Keeping that aside, coming to the Delhi, that's where Supreme Court gave some strong observations to the state government of Delhi. One, they started with the vehicular congestion, a kind of an emission from the vehicular movement, and that's why Supreme Court said the RRTS, the project that was to be completed in the Delhi in order to reduce the traffic congestion in the national capital region, because of Delhi government not providing enough funds to this particular project, and that's why the project has not been completed, and that's why Supreme Court went to the extent of passing an order saying that if at all if the Delhi government doesn't give its transfer the amount due amount for this particular project within a week, then the money from the advertisement allocation will be transferred to this particular project. And that's why Delhi government said that there is no need for such an order. The Delhi government will in due course share the amount for this particular project, funds for the project. And that's why Supreme Court said that the order to transfer the money from the advertisement allocation will be kept in abeyance for 1 week. If at all if the Delhi government doesn't give the enough funds for the RRTS project, then the money funds from the advertisement budgetary allocation will be transferred here. And keeping that aside, Supreme Court also asked the cabinet secretary-led committee to look into two other issues. One, the construction that's happening, and also open burning of waste.
Right.
Both these things also need to be controlled, is what Supreme Court has given an advisory to the central government and also Delhi government.